What's going on, everyone? So I got a little bit of time this evening, and I'm gonna try and get this motor kind of torn apart and cleaned up a little bit, and get it just kind of stuffed in here. I kind of want to know how big of an opening in my firewall I'm gonna need if I want to set that back, where the headers are gonna go, just a few things on it. So and again, with the new find with that 4-door, this frame will get changed out. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of time as far as like making motor mounts and everything. I can go ahead and rough them out, but it's all going to have to go on the other frame when I get to that. So one of these days, I'm going to have to gut that car and get the frame out of there so I can start making this thing right. But it ain't happening tonight. But anyway, I want to get this motor just set in here and just see what it looks like and get some ideas. So here we go. So first thing, I'm going to pull these hoses off, the motor mounts, anything I don't need on it. I want to leave the HEI in it because that'll kind of be needed to know where it's going to be in the firewall. I'm going to put the block huggers on it, or not the block huggers, the fender well headers on it. And then I might bolt a bell housing onto it also, so I kind of know how the transmission hump is going to be if I got to cut that out, if I sink this in there. I'd like to put it in there a little bit. I don't want to get quite into the cowl vent, but I think I could stuff it back in there a little ways. So anyway, let's just kind of do a little experiment and see how this thing looks. All right, so I got all the excess garbage off this thing, and it's about ready to dump in there. I dug out, and I don't know what transmission I'm going to use, but this is a later model bell housing, and it's got the clutch slave on it for a hydraulic clutch, which I'd like to use in this car. So I'm going to throw that on the back of this motor, and in this box lies the magic. So yeah, but I'm going to get this thing off the stand, get a bell housing on it, and probably kind of slip it in there and unleash the magic. So let's get her done. Well, we're getting closer, but there's a few things. Number one, either I'm going to have to change oil pan, which I kind of figured. This one's got a pretty good slope. I'm going to need one with more of a pocket. But yeah, so that can go back. And even if I do, I don't have much more room for the valve cover. So I'm definitely going to cut this out. It's kind of cool, though, because the firewall is kind of shaped like this motor is. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to cram this thing in. And actually, yeah, even if I had a blower on this thing, I don't know that I'd have to cut into the cowl even if I jammed it in there another 5 or 6 inches, but I want to shove it back there a little ways, so I wouldn't mind. And I don't know induction wise what I'm going to run on this thing yet. I was really looking I found a Hillborn, and I was going to grab it, and it sold that morning, and so I missed out on that, which I know isn't very streetable, but this car probably isn't going to be streetable anyway. But anyway, I don't know. We'll figure that out, and we will make this car fit whatever this motor, well, not this motor, but whatever motor in here requires. So anyway, but I think what I'm going to do is kind of get an idea on this firewall, get a little sketch, like trace this out kind of, and yeah, and then that'll tell me how much I can cut out to get this slid back, because I'd like to have my firewall kind of profile the shape of the motor, kind of like how it is, but just deeper. And looking at, I'm not sure, we're going to have to dig the magic out and see where these headers are going to come out and how much further back I can go without having to really modify the firewall. So, I mean, this is probably real close to as far as they're going to let it go, unless for some reason they come forward. But I don't know. So I guess that is the next step, is to open the magic box. So this, I've had these for a while, and actually before this car, and I did some horse trading a while back, and this was part of it, and so I kind of always had this in mind. But these are I don't know if that's ceramic coated, I guess, big block Chevy fender well headers. So these are nice and shiny, and we're going to stick them on there with all the other grease and grime. So, all right, let's do it. I have to admit, everything I do on this car just inspires me more and more. And I don't know, I'm digging this thing. And Yeah, this is about the perfect deal going on here, so check this out. And there it is. A little bit of cobbled and a little bit of chrome. So, yeah, these things are, they can go back. I'm pretty much planning on, I'll shove this back all the way to where these just basically maybe a inch along the firewall or so and drop down. Get it tucked in there as close as I can. But yeah, that should give me plenty of room for my suspension and everything. I wouldn't mind it being tucked back farther, but I wouldn't be able to use these then. So I kind of want to use these. I don't know, but yeah, it's. And if I go back, I mean that's a good, I don't know, 4 inches or so. So I mean my distributor will be under this cowl vent, so that's probably plenty. I don't know. I'll probably start getting into foot controls and everything. And also, I gotta remember that that cross member for my trailing arms comes to about here, and the probably transmission normally would end somewhere in here. So I don't know. I don't want to put the tail of the transmission in the cross member, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to do a little measuring and just kind of get some ideas. But anyway, this is just looking mean. So yeah, and then these ones, I wish they were symmetrical, but this one obviously dips down to clear for brakes and all that stuff. And there's a ton of room on this side here, so it'll go back. And yeah, but I think these are gonna work. And I think with that setback, if I slide it as far back as I can, I think it'll be just fine. And we're gonna make it work. So, but now my thoughts are, I'll probably end up, I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight, but I'm probably going to go ahead and cut that hole in for the firewall, and then I can scooch this thing back. I don't know, I might have to throw a different oil pan on this motor too so I can get to clear the steering down there, but if it goes back far enough, maybe this motor will work. But and I also would like to see, because I don't mind the motor being up a little higher, but I do want to be able to close the hood on it. And it'd be really cool if I ever do get a blower or something that you wouldn't even know it's in there. But I don't know. So this is all the experiment. Right now I'm just glad to see this thing kind of sitting here with these headers on. So yeah, let's I don't know. I don't know what to do now. Sit here and stare at it. Well, I didn't have too much time tonight, but it was worth it. It's good to see these things in here. Good to see this motor set in here. I don't know. I've got a little something else possibly happening, so I don't know how crazy I'm going to get with this just yet. I don't know. Regardless, I do know the firewall needs to be cut out. There's a few things, but hopefully I got a little surprise. So anyway, but I'm glad to do this and check this out and see these headers. Hopefully I can make this all work out. But everything I'm doing to this car is just like driving me nuts. It's like I am loving this thing. I've got some cool plans. I got a really special idea for the firewall. I don't know. I mean, this is one of the, kind of like the Camaro, one of the roachier cars I have, and some reason it seems like it's adopted me. So I'm honestly thinking about thinning the herd a little bit more and trying to raise some more funding for this thing, because I would love to dump like a 6-speed, 5 or 6 speed in there, and just do, I don't know, do some pretty cool stuff with this thing. So yeah, I guess the future will tell. This is the chaos that happens in here, you know. So it just, yeah, I lay awake at night, and honestly I haven't hardly slept in 2 nights thinking about all this stuff. So anyway, we're making stuff happen. Glad to get this in. Hope you guys like it. It's definitely going to stay big block. Yeah, I don't know, but we got some good parts today for it. We got a bunch going on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments and the support. It's been awesome. You guys have really boosted me for this channel and stuff. And I mean, it drives me to come out and try and get something done, you know. Otherwise I'd probably be sitting on my couch watching YouTube, you know. But this is getting me to come out here, put this together, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. I don't know, I just love doing this stuff, and I bounce around, tend to, you know, do a little of everything, but it's what I like to do. So Anyway, enough rambling on, and yeah, we'll get some more done tomorrow. So thanks for watching.